up tall, supremely still. Go inward. Nothing to do, nothing to seek. Everything you need is already within. Let's begin with the sound of Om 3 times to bring divine attention to the self. Imagine you are everywhere. 'Fix your mind on God alone. Rest your mind in God alone. And in God you will live hereafter. Of this there is no doubt. Let's do a mantra, Om Namah Shivaya. I bow to the inner light. May all beings everywhere be happy and free from suffering, and enjoy this practice through our senses. Let's come to standing. So I'll recite, I'll chant the mantra for purification to purify the space, the grounds, all the psychic channels within. If you know the mantra, you can do it along with me. If you don't, just think of the intention of purifying all. And then you derive all the benefits as though you were chanting perfectly. Om pavitraha pavitra salva vashtanga topiwa yaha smarit pandrikaksham sabhya byantrahas chihi. Release the arms, Let's start off with spiritual breathing in order to establish a deeper connection with the highest self within. Stand with your feet about 10 inches apart. Bring the arms up, the elbows slightly bent, and the palms facing up. We're going to breathe in from the fingertips down through the arms and into the spiritual heart located in the right side of the physical heart in the center of the chest. Hold the attention and the breath at the spiritual heart for a count to 6. On the exhale to 8, we breathe only the breath out. Everything that we draw in from the universe stays in the heart. Inhale, track the best down into the heart. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold it all in the heart, all the attention there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale out through the arms. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe in from the fingertips down into the heart. Imagine you're attracting everything you need. Hold it all in the heart, all the attention there. Exhale up through the arms, just a breath. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale down into the heart once again. Holding it all in the heart. Exhale up through the arms. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring the arms down now. And now let's continue with the exercises. We'll start to move the head in circles. Shoulders down, away from the ears. Watch the body moving by itself. Imagine you're the witness. And switch the direction of rotation. Try to always keep the passage for the breath free as possible to allow for easier passage for the breath. Good. And then the shoulders rolling backwards. Make the circles large. Imagine the shoulder blades as the wings of the heart. Exercise them fully. And amplify the effect by bringing the arms into the movement now. And shoulder roll, change direction. Lose yourself in the sensations. Bring the arms into the movement now. Good. Now from here, we're going to take hold of the opposite elbows. And then inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend to the left. Up to the center, go to the other side, bend to the right, back to the first side, and then to the other. And coming back, release, and just allow the body to swing from side to side. Take the arms with you. And then, if you like, you can start to speed it up a little bit. And if you really want to wake the body up, go as fast as you can. Let the arms inside the body any which way. And then loosen it up. So take the arms in front of the body. Exhale, come into squat. The exhale, come back up onto the toes. Exhale, push back down. Just go as far as you can with your knees. Respect your limitations. And lift up, exhale down. And up and down. Up and down. Up and down. And come up this time and lift right up the arms. Press into the roots of your toes, get tall. And descend. Bring the arms down. Just shake the wrists out. Fling your hands up and down so you can't even see the fingers. They're moving so fast. And then shake your hands out side to side. Good. So now we're going to come to the top of the mat. Bring the hands to the heart center. Remember, better than practice, better than meditation even, is to renounce all the fruits of the practice. Make this practice a divine duty to all beings everywhere. Let's imagine we're moving together with yogis everywhere. Let's stay together, let's stay in a collective mind. Surya Namaskar. Reach the arms up over the head. Fold down over the legs. Chest to the thighs. Right foot back into lunge. Sink down through the seat. Come into high plank. Lower down the knees. Bring the seats all the way back to the heels. And then, as you come forward, brush the nose to the ground. Bring the elbows out to the side if you need to. Come up into cobra. Come all the way back. Seat behind the heels. Again, glide forward. Come through between the arms. One last time. Reach back, lengthen the spine, and then brush the nose. Come all the way forward. Creep like a snake through the grass. Back into downward facing dog. Bring the right foot forward to the hands. Stay down through the seat. Feet together, Uttanasana. Chest to the thighs, head down. Come all the way up to standing. Bring it back home, Pranamasana. Raise your arms again, reach up high. Go down gracefully. Left foot back. Keep watching the body moving. Imagine moving with grace and power, and this will transpire in your movements. All the way back, seats behind the heels once again. 3 times. Come forward into cobra. All the way back. Again, glide gracefully forward. Make as though you're a snake. One last time. Smoothly come forward. And all the way back. From here, step the left foot forward to the hands. Feet together, Uttanasana, chest to the thighs. Come all the way up. And back to Pranamasana. Raise your arms up again, stretch, come down. Right foot back into a deep lunge. Feet together, lower down, knees, chest and chin. Come up into your cobra, back into Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Right foot forward. If it doesn't make it there, don't worry about it. Just bring the back knee down if you need to. Walk the foot forward with your hands. And step the back foot in to meet the front foot. Keep the knees bent all through if you need to. Come all the way up. Modify according to condition. Hands to the heart. Up again. Don't worry about the breath. Just move the body in a way that feels intuitive, that allows the breath to remain steady and even. And then the breath will deliver fluidity and ease to the movements. Glide forward into the cobra. Back into Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Left foot steps forward to the hands. Feet together, Uttanasana. Bow down humbly. Come all the way up. Hands back to the heart. Reach up and back. Come down. From here, right foot back into a lunge. Sink down through the seat. Back into high plank. Lower down. Glide through between the arms. Take it all the way back. Not the heart. Right foot steps. Left foot joins. Bow to the legs. Come up. And bring it back home. One more like this. Reach up and back. Come down. Left foot back. Feet together. Lower knees, chest and chin. Glide through between the arms again, gracefully. Back into downward facing dog. Keep watching the body moving. Left foot steps. Right foot joins. Press the body against the thigh. Let's head down. Come up to standing. Return home. A little bit of a different variation this time. Reach the arms up and back. And bring the hands down to the ground. Now from here,
Shift your weight forward so your shoulders come a little bit more with the fingertips. You come onto the roots of your toes. Push firmly into the ground. Lift the toes up a little bit. Lift up and then bend your elbows. Jump back. If that's too much, you just walk back. Body's hovering just about an inch off the ground. And then swing forward. Try not to allow your hips and your knees to touch the ground. Upward facing dog. Chest open. Thighs up off the ground. Again, modify as you need to. Stay here for a moment. Push the shoulders back. Make sure you're not jamming up the neck between shoulders and ears. Stretch. Now back into downward facing dog. Take a few moments in this pose as well. Bounce through the chest. Imagine a slide at the playground. You're trying to make your belly come towards the ground, the chest as well. If you can tap the head to the ground or just allow it to rest there. Push the belly towards the thighs. Now lift the heels, bring your focus between your hands. You can jump forward or walk your feet forward. Chest to the thighs, head down. Come all the way up to standing. Hands back to the heart. Reach up again. Come down. Push into the hands again. Lift up the heels. As you jump back, bend the elbows so that you land softly. Okay. And then pull through into upward facing dog or cobra. Imagine you're howling at the moon. Push the chest forward, up away from the seat. Open up the throat. Back into Adho Mukha Savasana. Breathe in. Exhale again. Soften the line in the back. Melt the heart in every sense of the word. Then lift the heels, look to the hands. Jump forward or walk forward softly, chest to the thighs. Come all the way up to standing. Reach up and back. Return home. Take pause here for a moment. Breathe in. Exhale. Let go of all attachments to the results, all expectations. Do the practice because it must be done, like a divine duty. Now release. I'm going to come forward now. Bend the knees if you need to so you can bring your chest against the thighs. Wrap your arms around the backs of the knees and then use the body to push the legs further back. Lift the seat up. If you're flexible, your seat comes over the heels. You can bring your forehead to the shins. Keep lifting the seat so until you feel stretch in the backs of the legs. Imagine you're trying to get your chest beyond the knees. Good. Now place the hands. Step the right foot back. Lower the knee down. Flatten out the toes. Inhale, come up. So drop the seat all the way forward. Push into your knee. Send the head, chest back. Away from that thigh. Make sure you're not crunching the lower back. Curl the tailbone under. So you can move your hands to the seats now. Push up with the fingertips. Pull down with the heels, your palms. And take all the fold out of the skin on the back underneath the hands. If you like here, bring your arms up. Kapiyasana. You can bring your hands together. Interlace the fingers. Index fingers form a point. Reach back. Imagine trying to get your index fingers over the back toes. Stretch. Picture the form of a crescent moon. If you know other variations, go ahead here. Introduce one maybe. You can bring the right foot up. And see if you can take the foot closer to the body. And then bring the foot into the crook of the elbow. Left arm comes around the side of the head, the left side. If your fingers are close to the ear, you might be able to lock your fingers together. And see if you can push the foot back into the inner arm and lengthen your arms. Turn your chest forward, gaze up. and release. Plant your hands. Let's go right to the other side. Just move the right foot forward between the hands. Back knee down, sink down to the seat. Actually place your hands on the knee first and inhale, lift through the chest, lean away from the leg. Sink the seat down lower. If you sit low as well, you get better balance. And to make sure that your lower back is not crunching up, use the hands to pull the seat down and under, the tail down and under, and push the rib basket up away from the hips. Elbows come closer together behind the back. From here, Kapiyasana if you like, arms together, or arms straight, hands together if you can, Kali Mudra. Try to make sure the index fingers form the same lines as the rest of your arms. Offer it up. Either stay here, or you can take your variation again, lean forward, bring the back foot up. You have to lean a little bit towards the foot, the shoulder towards the foot, so it comes close to the shoulder, and press the foot to the inner arm. Keep the fingers close to your right arm comes around the side of the head, and lock the fingers together. Stretch out the arms, turn the chest forward. Imagine the neck of a swan, and try to make the curves of the neck, swan's neck with your body. Release by pulling the foot in and release the foot. So from here, moving the right knee back and the left foot comes forward, come up higher. Stand upright position here. Bend the toes under, turn to the right. Arms out to the side, Sukha Virabhadrasana, easy warrior 2. Take on the consciousness of a mighty warrior, strong and proud. And then keep the arms long, left hand down, right arm up. Sukha Trikonasana. Shoulder against the knee. Take a bind if you like. Right hand comes around the back. You can either slip it in between your body and your thigh. Press the thigh back, right shoulder lifts. Or if you can, you drop the shoulder a little bit so you can take your left arm underneath. And then join the hands. You can see if you take hold of the right wrist with your left hand. Pull the arms straight and pull the body against the leg. Look over the back shoulder. Option here, Parsvakonasana. Lean forward front foot, lift the back knee up and flatten out the foot. Option as well to just release the arms. Keep the right arm up or bring it over the head to follow the same line as the back leg. Come up higher if you need to, onto your thigh. Break the pose. Bring the hands down. Switch legs. Right foot forward. Start off here, the basic. Bend the toes under. Virabhadrasana 2. Open up through the chest. Arms level with the ground. Shoulders down. Mindfulness and reverence exercise with each pose. Sukha Trikonasana. Left arm comes up. Take your binds as you see fit. Half or full. Shoulder down. Wrap the arms around the right leg. Take hold of the left wrist if you can, or finger lock. Move deeper as you see fit. Bring the back foot up, drop the hip. So the head and the foot are on the same line roughly. Too much, release the bind. Left arm over the head, or come up higher. So challenge yourself to go to test out your potential, and if it doesn't work out, just modify as you need to so that you don't bring your body into a place of pain. Release. Come back down. Change legs again. Left foot in front, back knee down. Bend the toes under and the back foot. Right arm up. So we're taking the hand to the outside of the knee, left hand to the inside of the foot. Inhale, push the chest up and in, push the chest up, lower back in, turn to look over the back foot. Try to keep your shoulders back so your chest stays open. If this is easy for you, want to go further, next progression, right arm up again, and bring the arm down so the armpit is just against the knee. Hands in prayer, or form a fist with your left hand, push into your right hand. Sometimes it's easier, so you can bring the body up higher over the thigh, and then keep pushing the chest up towards the thumbs. Left shoulder moves back, left hip moves back. If you want, you can take a bind. Left arm comes all the way around the back. Move your hips back a little bit. Elbow has to be lower in the space below the knee. Join your hands underneath the belly. Lock, or right hand takes the left wrist. Going further, back knee up off the ground. Turn the chest up. Make an offering of the pose. One more stretch. Pull left hip back, head moves away from the hip. Turn the chest more. Release. Both back knee down, and then switch sides. Right foot forward. Left arm up. Take this pose first. Push the lower back in. Rise up tall out of the hips. Turn to look over the right shoulder. Feel the twists originating from the hips, moving all the way up. This is all good. You want to go further. Left arm up and then to the outside of the thigh. Take your hand positions again with your right fist pushing into your left palm. Prayer position or a bind. Right hip moves back. As you like, you can push the knee up off the ground. Push to the left heel. Stay strong. Don't worry what happens in the pose. Just do your best. Offer it up. One more stretch. Pull the right hip back, head forward. Roll a little bit deeper still, if you have the room to. Then release. Bring the left knee down. Bring the hands back to the ground. Step the left foot again forward, preparing for lizard. So move the left foot out a little bit more to the edge of the mat. Rock back and forth, pushing off the foot, the toes. Try to get your seat to lower down. Then push the right heel back far as you can. Lower the knee, flatten out the toes. Roll to the right so you can get the right form down to the ground. If your shoulders are at the same height or lower than the knee, it will be more easy to do this. And then the left shoulder form comes down. If you need to, you stay higher. Keep telescoping the chest forward. Be very flexible. Bring your chest down. If you know any variations, go ahead. You can take your arms out to the side. The most important thing, pretend you're a lizard. Just be still in a pose. The more you tap into the consciousness of that form you're representing, try to imitate it. Eventually the ease will come and the mind will settle into quietness because you've become one with the form. Fix the gaze. Release the pose, come back onto the hands. Change sides. Right foot forward, move it out to the right side a little bit more, and make your way down. Pushing off the toes. Pushing back one last time, lower the knee down. Rock to the left a little bit so you can get the left form down, and maybe the right form will come down as well. Keep telescoping the chest forward, and if you're flexible, try to get your chest to the ground. If your chest is on the ground, you can take your arms out to the side. Keep your right knee close to the shoulder in any case. toes, come back onto the hands. Okay, from here we're going to come into your downward facing dog. Pull the seat back, move the left hand towards the right, spin your toes towards the long edge of the mat. Vasisthasana, arc the body away from the ground. Stay in this position. Just try to get your hips forward. Imagine you're a kite being blown by the wind. Shoulder blades coming towards one another. Chest wide open. Change sides. Watch the body moving. You're always, remember, the witness. So you want to have your hand a little bit from the shoulders. You can push harder into the hand and keep yourself strong through the arm. Make sure you don't collapse into your shoulders. Don't just sink into your shoulder. Extend the arm fully. Hips forward. Release. Come back to downward facing dog. We'll do one more round. Maybe do another variation if you like. So as you come into Vasisthasana, you can take a few different options. You can slide your right toes back, push the toes into the mat, so you turn your chest and hips towards the sky. If you're strong through the arm and the foot, make sure the left foot is down flat. Toes are about 45-degree angle. And then you can maybe take, if your hips are high, you can take the right knee up, maybe the foot. If you want to go further, you can just spin your fingers to smear on your hands. You can fingers are facing the middle of the mat, and then bring your feet and your hands alongside one another for Urdhva Dhanurasana. Okay. Return the same way as you entered. So you smear your hand into the mat again. Keep your hips high. Move gracefully back into downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Go to the other side. Right hand comes more in front of the nose. Come into your Vasisthasana. Feel free to stay there. Modify as you need to. You can bring the right knee down as well. Okay. Or go deeper. Bring the left toes back. Turn your chest up. Really make sure that right foot is planted down, so that you can stay strong and steady through the pose. Knee up. If you have the reach, take the foot. Or alternatively, keep pushing to the toes, spin your fingers towards the middle of the mat, and land your feet and your hand beside one another. Returning gracefully. Reverse the whole process. Back into downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Lift the heels, bend the knees. You can either jump or walk your feet to the hands. And from here, Utkatasana. Lower the seat about the line of the knees. Arms forward. Keep your legs charged. Bring your upper body up. Look between the hands, or you can bring your hands together, look beyond your fingertips. Be fierce in the pose. Angry determination to stay there without changing the mindset at all. It remains calm. Curl the tail under, push the chest up. Sit a little bit lower if you can. Come all the way up. Bring the hands onto the seat, push into the seat, walk your feet further apart. A little bit wide in hip width, the toes pointing out. So bend your knees like you're sitting on a horse. Place your hands on the seat and then push into the seat, pull down at the same time. Try to get your chest to stay up, your head to go back. If you feel okay in a pose, you want to go further, slide your hands one at a time. And grip just underneath the knees. Roll the thighs outwards and roll the shins inwards. More flexible, keep going. Go all the way down to your feet. Those of you who are professionals can also take Urdhva Dhanurasana. Lots of different options. Come back up carefully. Hands walking back up one at a time. Up your legs onto your seat. Push into seat, pull down. Return. Open up your feet a little bit more. Heels can be a little bit wider. Take your arms out. Come forward. Hinge forward. Bring your body flat. And then you can take hold of the outer edges of the legs or step on your fingers. Prasarita Padottanasana. So you can pull the body right in between the legs. Head down between the feet or just where you can get it. Those who have the head on the ground can come into tripod headstand if you know how to get there. Place your hands in a tripod position. Try to straddle right up. These are options, remember. Keep lengthening the spine, regardless of where you're at, upside down, or with your legs up or your feet on the ground. Those of you in headstand can start to come down again, push into your hands, open up the legs, straddle, try to land your feet exactly the same place, mindfully. Come back up halfway, arms out to the side, come all the way back up. Bring your hands to the heart center. From the heart, breathe into the space between the eyebrows. Imagine you bring yourself up to meet divinity. Exhale, bring divinity right from up high down into your heart. There is no separation between you and God, you and the highest self. From here, you step your feet back together. Release. So we'll try a couple of balance poses. Let's try, Natarajasana. A couple different versions. First one, standing on your left foot, bring the right knee up, turn the foot out to the side so the shin is level to the ground. And then bend the standing leg. Try to keep your body upright, shoulders over the hips. Release the foot if you can. If you need to, you rest your leg on the thigh. Arms out, and the right wrist over the left. Elbows level, make sure sometimes that one elbow starts to drop. Keep the fingers vertical, but your elbows level. Sink down deeper if you can. Press into the foot, come back up. Breathe in. Heart to the third eye, back down to the heart. Try it on the other foot, standing on the right foot, bring the left knee up as high as you can and turn the foot in so that the shin is level again, and then start to sink down. Bend the right leg, arms out, and then left hand over the right this time. Sit a little bit lower if you can to work the hips. Keep tall, shoulders back. And come up. Breathe in. Breathe out. Dancer or ballet pose. Standing on your left foot. Take the right heel, hold it from inside. You can take it out to the side. If you have lots of tight hamstrings, you can keep your leg bent. And if that case, you just hold the knee, take your left arm out to the side. Otherwise, if you can, you straighten the leg. Lean a little bit away from the leg. If you can, you push your chest up towards the sky, look towards the ceiling. Try to get your toes and your fingers on the same line. Now, option to let go of the foot, so make sure you keep your leg muscles engaged, your core engaged, so the foot doesn't drop. Release slowly. And bring it down. Inhale. Heart to the third eye. Exhale back down to the heart. Just imagine yourself holding the pose without any effort whatsoever. And see if the body will obey.
Go on the other side. Left foot up. Hold the foot from the inside, the heel, and come up. Keep lifting up. Imagine you're being drawn up by the head by a string. Good. Turn your chest up. And again, if you want to let go of the foot, make sure you engage the leg muscles first so that the foot doesn't drop. And slowly bring it down. Breathe in, breathe out. All right, so we're going to come back to the back end of the mat. One more. Warrior 3 or toppling tree. Take a step foot with your left foot. Bring your arms up. Hinge forward so your body level with the ground and bring your right foot up. You can stay here. If you need to, you bring your arms up to the side like airplane. Try not to open up the hip. Right hip is facing down, rolling down. Imagine you're lying on a table. You can stay here or toppling tree. Bring your hands behind your back, interlace the fingers, palms open, and bring your chest down a little bit more towards the thigh. Lift the right leg up higher. Point the toe, and then see if you can bring your chest up to arch the back a little bit. Gracefully exit. Come back to the back end of the mat. Reset. Breathe in. Breathe out. Step the right foot forward. Arms up. Come forward. Hinge at the hips. Left foot comes up. So, you can keep your fingers on the ground if you're having trouble bouncing. Roll the hip in. Try to get your foot and your arms on the same line. Look down at the ground. Or go into toppling tree. Open up through the chest. Try to get extension through the front of the body, all the way from the toes to the chin. Arms a little bit more over the head. Break the pose. Come back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Make your way down. Knees on the ground. Let's start off with hare pose. Feet flat on the ground, your hands beside the knees, forehead down in front of the head. Forehead in front of the knees. You can roll onto the top of the head and onto the back of the head by bringing your seat up as high as you can. So imagine you're going to fall into plow pose. Move according to your condition. Remember, don't go to a place of pain. Be mindful of any injuries that you have in your neck or shoulders. Roll back, child's pose. Relax. Breathe in. Breathe out. Headstand. If you know what you're doing, go ahead into your variations. You can come into lotus if you want. If you need a little bit more guidance, you can watch me. Make sure that your elbows are about shoulder width apart. If you can hold your elbows easily, that's the right distance. Interlace your fingers, place them on the ground, press into the forearms, and bring the head between your palms. Lift up the seat, walk your feet towards the elbows. Feel as though your hips, should be able to feel when your hips are over your shoulders, you feel a little bit of core engagement. And then you lift one foot up. You can send it all the way back actually behind your body. If you don't have the flexibility, you can keep it where it is, but keep it close to the body. And just lift up off the heel on the other foot. Try to bring your chest and your thigh together. And if you can, you press into your forearms and then see if you can hot potato with the ground. Just bring the toes up off the mat. Keep pushing through the left foot, the other foot that's raised in the air.
behind you. Okay. Eventually you might be able to come up further. Just do it slow. Keep pushing through the back foot. And once your hips are over the shoulders, you'll be able to find the balance more easily. Feel free to use a wall. So your foot, just tap on the wall lightly. Imagine my back foot is touching the wall. Okay? Be mindful in all that you do. Come down when you need to. Those of you in headstands, make your way out mindfully and gracefully. A soft, slow landing, controlled. Again, rest in child's pose. Breathe in, breathe out. And then come onto your back. Lie on your back for a moment. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, remove all fatigue. Imagine you're fainting. Sigh it all out. Again, breathe in. Exhale, feel as though you're dropping all the fatigue out of the body. Shoulders stand. Hands beside your body, palms down, legs together. Bring your legs up. Push into your arms, lift your seat up, and then bring it back down. Do this maybe 3 times. Each time, try to come up a little bit higher. Okay, nice. And maybe one more time. If you can get your seat up high enough, bring your hands to the back and push into the back. Try to get your shoulders to come towards one another, your elbows to come closer together behind the back, and bring your legs up. Sometimes it's good to go all the way into plow first, and then just wiggle your arms closer together, join your hands together, and then place your hands on the back. Make your way up one or both legs at a time. If you have a lotus, go ahead. Bring your legs into lotus. Feet come a little bit more over the head. Use your hands as you need to. Option here to take your hands to your thighs, whether in lotus or straight legs. You have to be right on top of your shoulders. Now once you're there, leave the body alone. Bring your attention to the space between the eyebrows again, the seat of divine perception. Watch the darkness behind the forehead. Plow pose, or if you have a lotus, keep your lotus, go into embryo pose, Pindasana. If you can wrap your arms around the legs, join your hands behind your seat, underneath the seat. If you go in plow pose, keep your hands on your back if your feet don't come all the way. Go deeper in, beyond the body and the mind. Again, wait to exit now. Place your hands on the ground behind the back, palms down. Allow your legs to come down slowly. You can keep your lotus if you have your lotus. Again, if your legs are straight, aim at landing your seat right on your hands. And bring your legs all the way down. Now push into the lower arms, the forearms. Push your chest up. And bring the top of the head down. If you're in lotus, just take hold of your feet. pull on the feet so your elbows and your knees can come down to the ground. Now try wherever you're at, whatever variation, to get your head as close to the seat as possible, like you're making a full circle with your upper body. Okay. Push the chest up. Allow the heart, love to shine out through the heart to all beings. Get it higher so you can have more of a reach. And release. Come back down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bridge pose. Set your feet close to your seat. Hands, if you can reach, your fingers might touch, if your feet are close to the seat, beside the hips, you might be able to actually take hold of the ankles, touch and pull the feet towards you. And then lift up your seat off the ground, walk your shoulders in again underneath the body towards one another, push your chest towards the chin. You want to have the backs of your knees over the heels as much as possible, so keep pushing your chest forward like you were trying to make a wall with your chest. Doesn't matter if you can't reach your feet. Just bring your hands on the ground, interlace your fingers if you like underneath your body. Now either stay here, those of you who want, Urdhva Dhanurasana. Fingers beside the ears, fingers facing away. Slide your head back, turn your hands around so your fingers are facing towards the toes, a little bit to the outside as well. And then lift up the head from the ground, if you can. And then play here. Push off the heels, bring your chest forward in front of your arms. Try to get your arms and your legs straighter. If you're advanced practitioner, you want to try other things, go ahead. Do what you like. You can flip from side to side if you like. You can practice your drop backs. You can take one foot up, for instance, or one hand up. Whatever you like to try. So, drop backs. Now come back down gracefully. Breathe in. Breathe out. Extend the legs. Let go of all fatigue. Inhale again through the skin. Exhale, relax. Now, legs together. Raise the right leg up. Take hold of the ankle, push the knee into the shoulder, and then keep pulling on the leg. Trying to get the foot closer to the head. Bring the head up, try to touch the forehead to the shin. Bring the head back down. Move your hand to the inside of the foot and try to slip the knee down to the outside of the body just underneath the arm. And then if you can brace yourself, support yourself by bringing your left hand down to the mat. Try to bring your right foot down to the ground as well. So your knee and your foot, eventually the edge of the foot, are down on the ground. Coming back, bring the leg down. No big heavy landings, no fast aggressive moves. Try to keep the witness from getting disturbed. The left knee comes up to the shoulder, pull on the foot, try to straighten the leg as much as you can. Then bring the forehead up to meet the chin. Keep the right leg active, knee and the toes are pointing up. Bring the head down, move your hand, left hand to the inside of the foot and the heel. See if you can bring the knee down beside the body, and eventually bring the left foot out down as well to the ground, towards or on the ground. So it looks a lot like ballet pose that we did earlier. Make sure the right side of the body doesn't roll to the right. Try to keep the seat pressing down. And bring it back. Release. Breathe in. Breathe out. Arms up over the head. Come up to seated position. Starting off with Paschimottanasana. Bring your you can bend your knees if you know you have tight hamstrings. Raise your arms up, stretch, lift the lower back, and then drape your body over the legs. And take hold of the edge of your feet or your heels, and then just keep pushing your chest towards the thighs as though you're trying to get your chest beyond the thighs. Or hug your legs to the body. Attention to the lower back, the base of the spine. Slide your heels forward. If you know you can get your legs flat on the ground and keep your body to your thighs, go ahead. Keep the attention at the base of the spine. Feel all the blood rushing there. May you feel a little bit of a throbbing sensation. Imagine that as the energy trying to make its way up through the body. And then coming back up. Good. From here, we're going to lean to the right a little bit. If you can swing your right leg, or your left leg all the way around. Hanumanasana. So depends on your flexibility. Don't be careful again. Do it mindfully. Okay, you can bend your knee, hold the knee, and if you need to, you come onto your knee first. Ardha Hanumanasana. And then you can stay here if this is where you're at. Just try to bring your chest onto your thigh to get a little bit more. The weight can maybe help a little bit more with the release. Or slide into Hanumanasana. Bring your hips forward and then push through the base of the back toes, the back foot. Push through the base toes, the front foot. Keep your body upright, your hands beside your hips. And then just, it's like a question pose. Okay, pulse a little bit, engage your legs as you come up off the, further up off the ground, and then see if you can go a little bit deeper with each exhale. If you're flat down, take your variations. Maybe you can take your hands up. An expression of devotion. Hanuman was the embodiment of courage and devotion. Break the pose, lean to the right, so you can change legs however you like. You can just shift to the right a little bit, swing your left leg around, and bring the other leg back. If you know you can do that, or you make your way progressively. If your foot's off the mat, it's a little bit easier to slide. So again, you move as you need to, or stay in this position here if this is already giving you a good stretch. Enough stretch. Keep your hips level and even. You can bring your hands up if you like. Lose yourself in the pose. If you're full Hanumanasana, pull your body further up, reach up, and then come down. Lean to the left, bring your right leg around to the front, or come out as you would like to. Purvottanasana. If you have a lotus, you can bring your feet into lotus first, right leg first, left leg next, on top. And then for this version, you have your hands beside your hips, push into the knees, and try to push your hips forward, your chest up. Otherwise, you keep your legs straight. And you bring your hands facing back, bend your knees a little bit if you need to. So when you come up, it might be easier to bring your toes to the ground if you roll your thighs inwards. Chest up. If this is too much, modify by bring your heels underneath the knees. Bhastrika. Breathe very fast with the nose. Lower the seat. Hug your body, legs to the body. Breathe in. Breathe out. Slowly. Come onto your belly. Rest your hands on the ground in front and rest your forehead on your hands. Cobra pose, slide your hands back beside your body, roll the shoulders back and start to come up slowly. Try not to crank yourself hard, you just came out of some forward bend, so go slowly. And come on to into Sphinx and stay there if you like, or just make your way up from there. Okay, so gradually slide by to adjust. More flexible, you bring your hands closer, keep your hips on the ground. Your legs together as much as you can, like the tail of a snake. Come down slowly. Rest. Breathe in. Breathe out all fatigue. Next one. Try again. Roll the shoulders back. You have the option of coming into Cobra. If you want to go into King Cobra, come onto your fingertips, walk them as close to the hips as possible. Try concentrating getting your head up as high as you can. Open up the chest, open up the legs a little bit, makes it a little bit easier. Bend the knees, point the toes, imagine you're squeezing socks behind your knees. And eventually maybe the toes will find their way to the head. If they can, you can drop your heels to the palms down. Just try your best. Offer up the pose. Break the pose. Come down. Rest again. Breathe in. Breathe out. Dhanurasana. Bend the knees, take hold of the ankles. You can even, if it's hard to get both sides, you just shift to one side. If it's really not working for you, you can just hold on to one leg, extend the other leg, and come up like this. Alright, if you have both feet, push your feet into your hands first, your ankles into your hands. You can stay on your thighs to start. When you feel comfortable when your chest is lifted, pull on the leg, try to get your thighs up off the ground. You can rock a little bit if you like to massage the belly. Look up, see if you can see your toes. Try to keep your feet no more than your legs about hip width apart, not too wide. Release, come down, breathe in, breathe out. Okay. Let's try forearm balance. So you want to have your arms no more than shoulder width apart. You can interlock your fingers, spread your fingers a little bit. So, like this, okay? You really press into your forearms. Come into it. You can use a wall if you want. You can come in front of the wall. Make sure you're about almost a leg's length distance away. And from here, you lift up your hips. Walk your feet in towards the elbow as much as you can so that you don't have to jump as much. Bend one foot back behind you, push loose your toes, and you can just start off by just lifting up off the heel. So try to get buoyancy here. Push into the arms, bend your knee a little bit, and then use a little bit of that dampening motion, that soft bouncing motion to lift up maybe. Eventually, you don't want to kick too hard. Do it slowly. Keep pushing to your arms. Eventually, you might find a balance. If you have a wall there, you just kind of play off the wall. The wall pushes you off and sends you back down. You just move a little bit away from the wall. If you need to, you keep your head on the ground. So it's very much like we did for headstand. If you have strong arms, you might be able to even just push into forearms and lift your head up off the ground. Some people like this entry a little bit better. It's sometimes a bit easier to get into because once you find a steadiness in the headstand, that's one less thing to worry about. Keep your legs close to the body. And be mindful in your practice. Now rest in child's pose. Come down, breathe in, breathe out. Roll your way up. Doing a twist now. Bring your knees together, your feet a little bit away from the body, right hand behind the back, left arm up. And then press your forearm against the outer thigh. Inhale, push the lower back in. Exhale, turn to the right. Pull the knees beyond the left edge of the body. Look over the right shoulder. If you're more flexible, you want to take the bind, you have your long arms. You can tilt forward a little bit. You have to get your shoulder right against the knee. Dip down a little so the elbow is close to the ground and slide your hand back. Keep it close to the seat. You might be able to take the right arm around and join your hands. They're right close to the ground, just beside the seat. And then straighten up again as much as you can. Turn to the right. Make sure that you can still allow the breath to pass. If you can't breathe, you modify so that you can let the breath pass. Break the pose, go to the other side. Left arm, you don't want to have the hand way behind you. It has to be close to the seat so you can stay upright. Right arm up, go to the other side. Press the forearm against the thigh. Inhale, lift through the chest. Exhale, turn to the left. You think you want to go into the bind, tip forward a little bit. Your knees are coming towards the ground. And you have to kind of push with the back of the shoulder. Bring your hand close to the seat. I'm holding the edge of the seat right now, just underneath the seat. And then you might be able to worm your hand around and find the hand. Or take a strap and use a strap. Sit tall. Exhale, go deeper on the exhalation. Break the pose, come onto your back for a few breaths. Just let go of all fatigue. Inhale through the skin. Imagine you're bringing light and energy into the body. Exhale. Let the whole body just be flooded with that energy and light. Relax. Let go of all tension and effort. 4 more times. Breathe in deeply. Through the skin. Exhale. Send that light and the love. The best universe. Send it everywhere throughout the body. After your 5 breaths, make your way up to a seated position again, slowly and mindfully. So we're going to do a little bit of pranayama just to make sure that we have time, and then we'll go into a deeper relaxation. So we're going to start off. You can sit, come into comfortable seat, lotus or easy pose, whatever is allows you to keep the body erect. Sit on cushion if you need to. So we're going to start off by just stimulating each of the chakras, the main energy centers all along the spine. The Sushumna Nadi, the main psychic channel, okay, that runs coincident with the spine. We start at the bottom, the root chakra. We move our way up with each. These are called bija mantras, the seed mantras associated with each energy center. So then we just make sounds 7 times, and it's a sound associated with that, and you bring your attention to those chakras. And when you bring your attention there, that's where all the energy goes. You imagine that you're just trying to open them up and bring the energy up. So we're going to start at the bottom chakra, the root chakra. The sound is lam. Picture the color red. Sit up tall. Repeat after me. Lam, 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 lam. Repeat yourself. Lam, 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 lam. Moving up to the sacral chakra. Just about a little bit lower than the belly button. Vam, 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 vam. Picture the color orange. Vam, 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 vam. Moving up to the navel now. The color is yellow. Ram. Ram, 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 ram. Ram, 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 ram. Moving up to Anahata, the heart center, the color is green. The sound is yum. Yum, 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 yum. Yum, 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 yum. The base of the throat, the color is blue. The sound is hum. Hum, 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 hum. Hum, 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 hum. The third eye, the space between the eyebrows, the sound is om. Color is indigo. Om, 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 om. Om, 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 om. Now the crown. Color is violet. The sound is om again, but it's just a long sustained om. Doing it twice. Inhale. Together with me. Om. One more time. Inhale. Take a moment to notice any changes, any subtle changes in the body, the mind, or the emotions. Next, this is called positive breathing. It brings about a positive mindset. So ideally you would do this 15 minutes at minimum to feel the effects. I'll just show you the technique so you can take it further at home if you like. We're breathing only in and out through the right nostril. The left nostril stays blocked the whole time, and this is the right nostril associated with the Pingala Nadi, which is associated with the positive, the bright, the sun energy. So we're just going to count 8 for the inhale. Hold the breath for 6. Exhale for 8. You don't have to apply any of the locks, but if you want, you can contract the anus a little bit, a soft contraction. Okay, so during the breath retention. Left hand locked in Dhyana Mudra. Second finger and thumb together, other fingers extended, resting on your left knee. Right hand, Vishnu Mudra, second and third fingers fold down. The right thumb is used to control the passage through the right nostril, the right ring finger through the left nostril. Again, that stays closed the whole time. Sitting up tall now. Breathe out completely. Block off the left side with the right ring finger. Inhale through the right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Plug the right side as well. Hold the breath. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale through the right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, inhale through the right. Fully. Plug both sides of the nose. Hold the breath. Contract the anus. Exhale through the right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale through the right. Pause. Hold the breath for 6. Exhale through the right. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Continue on your own. Remember, you have to have faith in this practice, in this technique, in order for the effects to materialize. Think positive thoughts. Or imagine being positive and happy. Remember to stay upright and straight. Two more cycles after the current one that you are doing. Once you're done, lie on your back. Making yourself ready for deep relaxation, which is the best antidote for removing impurities and quieting the mind. It is an active meditation. Once you're settled comfortably, make sure you've got extra layers. If you tend to get cold, try to remain as still as possible. We will be relaxing the body systematically. Repeat to yourself now 3 times the following sentence. I will remain awake during the instructions. Bring your attention now to the left hand
Imagine the best of the best is happening to the left hand. Relax it completely so you can be fully receptive to all the incoming gifts and benefits. The thumb, second finger, third, fourth, and fifth fingers all go limp completely. And same with the palm, it remains soft and receptive. The back of the hand and the wrist loose. And then allow the right arm, the left forearm to relax completely to the point where it feels like dead weight, limp, inactive. The elbow right up to the upper arm and shoulder as well. Loose, relaxed, heavy. From the shoulder and the left side of the body all the way down to the torso. Feel the back of the body sinking down further, feeling heavy. Front of the body caving in with it. Right into the seat area, the seat, the hip joint. Everything feels loose, completely without tension. The thigh feels heavy as can be, and the heaviness moves down through the leg and into the foot, also very heavy. The right side of the body now, same way as we did the left side. We first start with the right hand, relaxing it completely, laying all the fingers from the thumb down to the little finger, completely relaxed. And then the wrist, the palm of the hand, the heel of the palm, the back of the hand. Moving your way up through the forearm into the elbow and the upper arm. Loose and heavy. Feel the shoulder down through the right side of the back, sink into the mat further. And into the hip joint, the seat anchored down through its heaviness, and the thigh as well, heavy as lead. Moving down through the lower leg, down into the foot. The heel, the foot, the toes, all relaxed. And see if the left foot is the same, completely relaxed. From the neck down, the whole body limp and heavy. And then the head, actually the lungs, the left lung and the right lung feel as though they were filled with cement. So heavy. The organs slowing down their activity almost to the point where they're completely inactive. The diaphragm, the stomach, the liver and kidneys, pancreas, everything slowed down completely. And the head resting heavily on the ground. The face completely relaxed, no tension at all, no sign of tension, no wrinkles in the forehead. The nose, the cheeks, the eyes, soft. No straining there, no tension. The lips are soft, and a slight smile. And the teeth are neither grinding nor crunching together. The jaw is relaxed completely. The tongue is resting in its bed. The jaw, the chin, the neck, all relaxed. body just keeps feeling heavier and heavier, sinking deeper and deeper into the earth below. But then the heaviness starts to lift, as though, when the weight lifts from the body starts to feel lighter and lighter, and even light enough to float. Imagine the body just becoming light as air, like you could be carried away by the wind like a feather or a dandelion seed. Then the body, it's as though it disappears. You lose full awareness of the body altogether, full consciousness. However, the mind is still there. You bring the mind into a place of visualizing. Visualize an ocean, a stormy night, the waves high and violent. Anything that happens beyond the waves gets tossed about, or the waves crashing against the rocks with thunderous sound, frothy waves as they hit the rocks, wind howling, the night black and full of clouds, dark, big clouds. And then all of a sudden the storm stops, complete stillness. The night once again quiet, the skies calm, the water completely smooth at the surface, like a mirror reflecting the light of the moon. Complete calmness. Bring the mind into that same state of quietness. And in that quietness, feel yourself becoming even more receptive, more open to this auto-suggestion. Repeat it 3 times in your mind so as to ingrain it in your mind. Repeat it yourself 3 times now mentally. My compassion is expanding to reach all beings. Prepare now to come back from Shavasana in a way that is gentle, mindful. Reverent. Slowly awaken. Bring the awareness back to the body. First the breath that animates the body. And then the fingers, the toes, the limbs, the arms, the trunk of the body, and all the other systems that animate the body. And with the utmost gentleness, quietness, make your way back to a seated position. Sitting quietly, tall and supreme. Close the practice with the sound of Om, followed by Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Instill the peace within, send it out to all beings. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Be receptive to the divine grace within. This concludes our practice. Thank you so very much for joining. Namaste. Have a great day, everybody.